I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Trick Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Yes, greetings and salutation. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I'm your host. My name is Man. This is the late one. You know, every week we do one of these late shows. We run up to around 10:30, which is a 2-hour show. It promises to be a good one. We're going to talk about, some players in the JPL, what the camp is going to be like for the 16 for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers and the U20 tournament. And we're going to give some names. I want you to be a part of the process as we get into this discussion. I also have some former reggae boys who may be joining me sometime after 9, a couple of them who are going to come on stage on the platform and talk. Some of our friends that you'd have met already. And we're going to have a good discussion about recruitment. I want to talk about that. They operate in the United States, so we want to hear from them. What is the process of recruitment like in the United States, and how we can maximize, how we can maximize or get some of those transferable principles and apply them to our recruitment here in Jamaica. So that's what we're going to do this evening. So please, make sure you stick and stay. Work with me as I work with you. All right. So let's also take time out to say a big thank you to the sponsors of this video. We always want to show gratitude for those who contribute to the work that we're doing here at I Am Sure Sports. So again, let me say a big thank you to Launch Legacy. Launch Legacy. Yes, they are on board supporting us where they handle risk and seek legacy. And so for all your personal insurance need in Canada and the USA, visit them at launchlegacy.com or call or text them at 647-989-0782. In fact, tomorrow at 7 p.m. This is going to be a really big one. We're going to be doing a very special show, 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. You don't want to miss this. We have Odine White from the Bank of Jamaica, and we have Patrick Reed as well. And we also have someone from a credit union who is going to talk about family indemnity plan and about the person from who is the chief risk officer at the Bank of Jamaica, he's going to come on and help us to better budget our money so that when we are finished with sports, we have money, we have retirement, we have investments and all of those things. If you know any footballer in the JPL or any person in sport, you need to tell them that they need to tune in to that particular discussion. It's going to be a major presentation and outline stuff for you to follow, instruction given, advice given. That's tomorrow at 7 p.m. The info is already out. Also want to say a big thank you to Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it most. Call them at 876-884-7390, right? And they will lend you up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars. Yes, yes. They will lend you that, yep. And here's why they want to lend you that. So that you can, expand your business, help somebody else. I don't know, yeah, they'll be able to help with all of those things. So check them out, visit them, and yeah, Prestige Finance. They also will give you a very low interest rate, 0 to 4% interest rate. Same day processing and no processing fee. All right, so big up Brian. Big up Brian Mighton inside the building as well. Big up persons like Claudia, always around. Shem, where are you? Joel, James, big up Fresh God. Top 10 in the building. Mr. Chris Romans, the man who has the great comments all while. Much respect, really appreciate your thoughts, your inputs, and your insights. All right, so we're going to keep this interesting. So please bear with us. It's going to be a very good one, like I said. So, on the 16th of March, right? The 16th of March, there will be a joint camp of local base senior players and under 20 players. This is in preparation for the CONCACAF World Cup qualifying games that we have. Yeah, so we have some CONCACAF World Cup qualifying games that we have. One against Honduras, one against El Salvador, and one against Canada in Canada. So I think there's going to be in the senior team a 23-man squad, and at least 15 of those I think will be players. Some of our overseas based players are at the age, and this is what I think should happen, and then some will be younger talent locally, along with the under 20 players. So we don't want to weaken the squad, but we want to make sure that the squad is strong enough to compete, but we still want to begin looking at the future, looking down the road, looking to the other games that we will have in the U20's, and also not just the U20's, but also looking at the players who can play for 2026. All right, so let's talk about that. Let's look at the JPL. I'm just going to do this by going team by team. I have a book here, and I'm going to take some information. Right, so in the JPL presently, all right, I'm just looking. I'm not just looking at just players, but I'm considering the age of the players. All right, the age of the players. Need a pen so I can write out. Yeah. So the age of the players, and also the ability of the players, and whether I see them having a future in terms of the national team and the U20 team. All right. Now this is like I said, a joint camp. All right. And I said it before, I want every player to be exposed as long as they are available. All right. Whether you're local in the States or in North America or you're in Europe, once you are available for selection, you should be called up and you should be available. You should be called up and given a fair opportunity, and then whatever documentation you need, especially for the U20, once there is an interest and you have done well, then they go and they look at you, all right, and say, listen, you have X amount of time to get this documentation, that documentation, and that happens. I think this is the best way for us moving forward. All right. So let's do this. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, I had to find a pen, right? So, again, remember, I don't know all the players. King Giovanni, big up yourself. I don't know all the players. Giovanni is asking me, let me ask how many of these JPL U players can last for 30 minutes due to not even playing currently and the pandemic. Davante can, Zeminis can, who else? We need to be honest and not just call names. Exactly. All right. You're absolutely right, Javan. So here is my position. All right. So in the JPL presently, here are some players that I would, if I were Paul Hall, some of the players in the JPL, I would call with say 15 overseas players. All right. Europe, America, wherever. So let me give you the players in the JPL that I would probably call up if I were Paul Hall. And then I'm going to do the under 20 in that listing. So Daniel Green of Mount Pleasant, he has been having a very good season. And he's also a very young player. I would have him as one of the players, all right? The Waterhouse captain, Howell, he is a next player. I think his name is Ramon Howell. I would call him up. In fact, he was called up to the last camp. Ricardo Thomas, I would call him up. Because these players are young as well. I mean, in the context of Jamaica's football, and they have been called up to the senior team. Right now, I'm going to have, no, follow me. I'm going to have Devontae Campbell and I'm going to have Tyreek Zeminis as players who are, I think, like Giovanni has said, can play for the under 20. So I'm going to have them in that list, though they will be a part of the camp. So I need some more names of players who play in the JPL. All right. So we have DeAndre. I would also I think his name is Thomas, the other Thomas brother. He plays for Waterhouse as well. I mean, he has been playing well. He's a young player. I would also, there you go, I would call Ronaldo Cephas. I would give him a look in. I would give Ronaldo Cephas a look in as a youngster playing well. Can't play under 20, but could be called up to a camp. All right, just to a camp with the senior players and Paul Hall. All right. You have King from Cavaliers, Richard King, who was part of the team before, so that's not an issue. Jamai Topi, who was part of the team, he has been looking better, though I still think he needs to shed some more pounds. Yeah. Bradford, you know why I wouldn't call Bradford? Bradford came back and he looks overweight. I'm wondering, how did he go away? He go away and he came back looking fat. I don't know. I feel like he's a little bit out of shape, so I'm not sure what he did. Phillips at Dumby Hole, and I think he's past the age, is around 28. And that I'm not going, if I'm going to go 28, I'm going to keep the players in the senior team. Like these players that I'm calling are 24 and under. That's kind of the age group that I am looking at. So the players I have is Daniel Green, Ramon Howell, Ricardo Thomas, DeAndre Thomas, plays for Waterhouse, Ricardo brother, Ronaldo Cephas, Richard King, Jamai Topi. All right. This youngster played well from last year. His name is Ronaldo Webster. Plays for Ronaldo Webster for Cavaliers. All right. And you know that I'm going to call plays for Harborview. Plays for Harborview. Reed, Trayvon Reed. And this is just a camp, you know. It don't mean that they may be in the 23, but I'm calling them to the camp for Paul Hall to, well, not me calling them to the camp, but I'm suggesting them for a camp, seeing that he's going to be here for him to look at them. All right. Trayvon Reed, yeah. Man, Phillips is 21. Yeah? If Phillips is, which Phillips? Demar Phillips? No, if Demar Phillips is 21, he should play. You're sure? Demar Phillips is 21. All right. And you have Demar Rose from Portmore. I'm calling him because he was a part of the plan. And remember, he played in that friendly. So right now, tell me if any of these players you would take out or you would add. All right. Daniel Green, Ramon Howell, Ricardo Thomas, DeAndre Thomas. What is his name? DeAndre Thomas. Ronaldo Cephas, Richard King, Jamai Topi, Ronaldo Webster, Trayvon Reed, Demar Phillips, and Demar Rose. All right. Those are like players I would say Paul Hall need to look at for the senior team, along with players, with your Shamar Nicholson, your Kaheem Parises, Denardo, right? Thank you. Denardo is his name. Denardo, yeah. All right. So that is 11 names I have. All right, not a problem. Demario. All right. Thank you, Brian. All right. So tell me. So I have. How about you? Is there anybody else at Arnett? Is there Shamari? That why I played better than Topi, to be honest, and Staple, best CB. No, Staple. Yes, Staple. All right. So here's the thing. Here's the problem with Staple. Staple is very good going forward. But I think if I'm going to Staple and the Kai Ming from Cavaliers are the same age, Is he better than him defensively? And I have not chosen a right back because I think we have Javian Brown. Because remember, this is a senior team, I'm thinking like, Kemar Lawrence maybe past his prime and may not be turned up. So I have a left back in there. You understand me? In terms of goalkeepers, no, because I don't have any local goalkeeper. I would not call Jaden White. That's his name from Cavaliers. I don't know his name, but the keeper that I've been impressed with is Kemar Foster. The Waterhouse goalkeeper. I've been very impressed with him. I don't know his age. He may be a little bit too old. I think because Amal Knight would be in and around, they would probably keep him along with Andre Blake. All right. No, I don't think the Mullins go. Peter Harrison. No, I think to be fair, no, yeah, the Waterhouse keeper. I don't think the Mullins goalkeeper. He didn't even play all the games. Has been better than Amal Knight this season. And I don't see Amal not playing bad and then he not get selected for the team and he was in it. I don't see that happening. So we have to be, realistic as well in terms of, how we do this. All right. So somebody's saying that Guthrie, Romario Guthrie from Arnett Gardens, I think he will struggle to get into the team. Yeah, you know what? Donovan Sigree from Mount Pleasant is an next player as well. Donovan Sigree. I think he has been one of the better left backs in the league. Donovan Sigree and Romario Guthrie of Arnett Gardens. Yeah, all right. So here's the thing now. So you see Marlon Martin, good player. I wish there was under 23 because this guy should be would be a standout. But here's the thing that I think over the last couple of seasons, Howell at Waterhouse has been better than Marlon Martin. Marlon Martin, though, has been very good. In fact, I'd rather call Marlon Martin over Guthrie, though. Javian, bro. That's what I do. I'd call. No, man. Gowie at Mount Pleasant don't even start, man. This is a national team, not tie. Gowie don't even start from Mount Pleasant. Him don't come on unless there's 10 minutes left. Is a national team. Maybe I think he's the under 20. We are at the senior team, players who could be called up for the senior team camp. Local players. Yeah, here's the thing. All right, so I'm not going to be. All right, so I don't think I would call up Alwyn Harvey. But I don't know nobody feel like the boy man is gonna push him player. But here's the thing now. I think Alwyn Harvey has been good. But again, because Paul Hall has worked with Howell in that position, I kind of think like he would not call Alwyn Harvey no. Like Howell seem like to, yeah. Yeah. But Martin have no goal top 10. So let's work with it because I don't think right now we have 15 players. I don't think there will be more than 15 local players. So if we're going to add somebody, let's take out somebody. So if you want to include somebody that's not on this list, let's take out someone. So let me give you some of the names. All right. Daniel Green, Mount Pleasant. Ramon Howell, Waterhouse. Ricardo Thomas, Waterhouse. Denardo Thomas, Waterhouse. Ronaldo Cephas, Arnett. Richard King, Cavalier. Jamai Topi, Cavaliers. Ronaldo Webster, Cavaliers. Trayvon Reed, Harborview. Demario Phillips, Dumby, Holden. Demar Rose, Portmore. Romario Guthrie, Arnett Gardens. Kemar Foster, Waterhouse. Amal Knight, Harborview. And Donovan Sigree, Mount Pleasant. These are players that we are proposing that can be called up for the camp, the joint camp between the senior team and the U20's starting on the 16th as the senior team prepares for the World Cup qualifying games and the under 20 begin their preparation for the preparation for the qualifiers. Top 10, you said that top 10 says that Shamari has been better than Topi. No, man, Topi. If you check the stats, Topi has made the most accurate passes from defense to forward, had the most, like say, if you go at stats, Topi has the best in terms of winning duels His team has one of the best records defensively, and he has the most passes. You know? All right, Dyer. Somebody is saying Dyer. All right, so let's remove Topi. All right, Shamari Dyer. But if it is stats it's based on, Topi have the best stats. But let's do that. All right. But again, Topi has also been in and around the team, so I figured that they would call him. So who else would you add? Who else would you take out? And then we're going to look at some of the younger players who will be a part of the camp and could impress the coach and get into the senior team, but they are really at the camp for the U20's. In fact, I think I would take out I think I would take out, this is a tough one, but it's two honored players, and I think I would have Martin. I would have Martin over Guthrie. Right? Because D mid is somewhere that we have struggled. All right. And and you know that I had Bygrave in it, but I understand he's 28. So understand my logic. It's just my reasoning. If Paul Hall is looking to rebuild and he's going to take out some 28-year-old out of the team saying that they will not be ready for the next cycle, I don't see how. Let me give you the reason again. How will he then select a 28-year-old? I don't see that happening. Let me say it again. If Paul Hall is coming to rebuild and he's removing some 27 and 28-year-old out of the team to rebuild and then take up a 28-year-old and put in the team, it would not make any sense. So though I think Bygrave has been very, very good. He's the best, by far the best center forward in the league so far. All right. Right? So yeah, he has been the best forward. In fact, here's what I'll do. I would really love to see Bygrave at the Nations League. Like how that is a competition. But if Paul Hall is coming to rebuild with young players, then to take out, say, for example, let me see. To say like, well, Mikel, you're too old, or Corey Burke, and then select a 20 or junior, I don't know, and say select a 28-year-old, it will be, I think, a contradiction. All right, Sigri is in there. Take out Thomas and put in the Mount Pleasant left back. The man has been great. All right, so we can't go by sentiments. Listen, Ricardo Thomas. I agree that Sigri has been good, but listen, Ricardo Thomas from last season up to this season has been fabulous. So I can't take out. I cannot take out Thomas. I'm not doing that. I'm a Mount Pleasant fan. I rate Sigri highly, but I mean Sigri is in the team, so I'm not taking out Thomas. Thomas has been too good, and Sigri is old enough. I think Sigri age maybe. I'm certain Sigri is around 27 or 28. Right? I think Sigri is 28 years old or 27. So that could be a problem for him. Howell is 25. Yeah. So I'm looking 25 and under 24. That is the age group I'm looking at. Yeah, man. Brian, just Google the age for me, because we can find the age is easy, you know. Howell, see there. Howell is 26, yeah. Sigri, Donovan Sigri. Let me see, what's his age? Yeah. All right. Top 10. Go on. Just check out check out the age before you tell. How old is Sigri? Just check out the age, man. Oh, Sigri is 24. All right. So Sigri 24. Okay. Yeah, but I did that Javian Brown. It's either Guthrie or Martin. All right. Um, Warner Brown is the next good call. And I mean, unless you go and take out Damar Rose and put in Warner Brown, I don't know, because Warner Brown can't play under 20. Yeah, man, Marlon, I know that Martin is 22. Yeah. So how will age may affect him? Because if Howell is 22, 26, that may be a little bit of a problem. All right, so now let's move it a little further. In the league, are coming out of the schoolboy football, who are the players who qualify in terms of age that can be called? So the first one is Campbell at Devontae Campbell at Mount Pleasant. Let's put in the Campbell, Tariq Zimenez, Cleo Clark is the next one. What's the Cavaliers? There's a Cavaliers player that plays for Cavaliers player that plays for Calabar. What's his name again? Very good player. He had a good Manning Cup season. No, Ricardo Thomas is not 31. No, Ricardo Thomas is 24 years old. Just turned 24. He's not 31. Whatever you saw that is not accurate. So for the under 20 team who had Christopher Ainsworth, right? Christopher Ainsworth. So that's 4 players. Devontae Campbell, Giovanni. So this is where I need you to jump in now and give us some name now. Tariq Zimenez, Cleo Clark, Christopher Pearson. Let me see. Who else do we know? All right. Duncan McKenzie. I don't know why he's not playing in the league, but I would call him. The other player who was at an academy overseas and he played for JC, I think he's at Waterhouse now. I think his name is Romario Blake. All right. I think that's his name. Blake, I think his name is Tyrese getting game time? Tyrese, you have to give me Tyrese. All right. So that's Romario Blake, the JC player at Waterhouse. I have Duncan McKenzie, the JC player. Christopher Ainsworth, Cavaliers and Calabar. Cleo Clark, Garvey Maceo, and Cavaliers. Tariq Zimenez, Harborview. Devontae Campbell is at Mount Pleasant. All right. Williams, you have to give which Tyrese Williams. Tyrese Williams not playing. Giovanni, Tyrese, that Harborview player, Williams has not been playing. I don't know if he's injured. Yeah, but he has not been. I think he came on in one game for Harborview. And I'm sure that he also has some Trinidadian connection, you know. Claudia, what is wrong with you? What all of those blank. Claudia, stop the spamming. Don't. What is going on? Yeah. Macon Aldridge. Is because I mean, all right, so here's what I'm saying. Given some of the names that we hear available in the United States and in England, you would call in Aldridge, Macon Aldridge, because he's not even playing in the Premier. I am thinking if we have schoolboys who can't make the Premier League rosters, should we have them in the team? I don't know. That's where I need your input. All right, so I'm going to write his name down, Macon Aldridge, for now. All right. All right. For who? Macon Aldridge. Is that, I heard that he was at Cavaliers. Or is he at Mullines? I don't know. RID. What about Omar? That left footer from Stats. Is he? I think he also should be in the league. Okay. All right, Brian. I put his name in there. So we have Giovanni. Tell me what you think. What's the Phoenix keeper that keeps for Mona? I'm taking a wild guess that he's at Cavaliers or Mullines. That's what I'm thinking. All right. So we have 7 players. We have Devontae Campbell, Tyreek Zemenis, Cleo Clark, Christopher Ainsworth, Duncan McKenzie, Romario Blake, Macon Aldridge. Who else? What about is Omar? What's his Stats player name that scored all the goals for Stats? Left footer. Is it Omar Reed? Is he too young? Is he ready? Will he be playing in the league? I know he's at the age. Because this is a camp, Oh, right. Somebody's asking about Rodney from Mannings. Yeah, listen, here's the issue now. But I think there are a couple of Mannings players that can be in it. But I think what's going to work against them is that from the schoolboy football season has been finished, some of these guys have not played. That is the issue I have. I think the Phoenix winger, I think he can't. His age he's too old, I think. But Carvel Francis, I agree. That Rodney should get I would call up Rodney to the camp, and I'd call up they also have a midfielder that I would call up from Mannings. 2 players. But I am just thinking that given the time that they have, they are going to use players who are actively playing in the Premier League. So if you only play schoolboy football, you're going to be at a disadvantage. No, Brian, but what I'm saying though is that remember that a lot of these players, even though the window opened, some of them have not been training from schoolboy football finish. Some of them have not been training. And that is a problem, right? Remember, all right. So what I want you to think is these players that we're calling, Brian and the rest of persons, these players that we're calling, you are convinced when you give a player name, you must be convinced that this player is good enough to qualify us for the Olympic Games by finishing first or second, and for the Youth World Cup. And then you must also remember that they are going to come up against players playing in Premier League in England, Championship in England, who are actively playing. So there's a lot of them that we can call the names. The question is, have they been playing? Because even if you should be training, And some of them have not been training. Right? So give me the DaCosta Cup player because Cleo Clark is DaCosta Cup player. Cleo Clark is DaCosta Cup, and I hear Rodney is a DaCosta Cup. Rodney is a DaCosta Cup player as well. So let's put Rodney there. But I doubt if these players are not playing in the Premier League, I think them getting a spot in this U20 will be very difficult. Very difficult. No matter when the window open. No, Mills is too old. Gary Mills is too old. Because remember, we have not gone overseas to look at players like the Peraltas and the Bicknell and the Minot. These are we haven't gone to England yet. Gregory Cousin is too old. That's what I'm saying. You have to check the age of the players. And Gregory Cousin is also in college overseas. I don't think Jaheim Harris. Yeah. All right. So all right. So here's what I want. I don't want, because here's the thing though. This is what I don't want to do. I don't want to put down all the players who are at the age. I want you to ask yourself, these players are good enough to beat the players. You saw the Mexican team. I saw the Mexican U20 team. They have a guy who is at Arsenal and all over the place. They have a guy at Barcelona. They have, a couple in Porto and stuff. We're going to play against players who are playing at a professional level. And our schoolboys only played a hurry come up that I enjoyed 2.5 month season. Will they be, having not played any football for a few years, will they be good enough to qualify us against the Honduras and the Costa Rican team in our zone? We also have to answer that question and not just give names, right? So what top 10? What is Gregory Cousins' age? What year was he born? Because the last time I heard he was too old for the U20's. Jaheim Harris. Which team is Jaheim Harris playing for? Is he at Veer? I think top 10 this thing has been which parish you're in? The person in Clarendon, like the team in Clarendon knows already. So this we don't know when it is going to start, but I know that the teams in the parishes who are in the second tier, they all know that they are in the second tier. So all the teams, well, let me say this, 90% of the teams that are going to play in the second tier, they already know that they are in the second tier. Yes, so the team from Clarendon already know. Okay? Let me say it again. The team from Clarendon top 10 already know because they would have been contacted and told that based on the last Confed playoffs or the last Super League winner, that is the team that qualify. Brian, which team Jaheim Harris running out for? Ayat. Well, go on. McCleary, yeah, McCleary from Cavaliers as well. That's the next one. Yeah, I need to remember the Phoenix. What's the name of the Phoenix goalkeeper at Mona? He's a good goalkeeper. You have also the captain for St. George's. I think Burkett. think he could get a look in, but he's not playing any football. That is the thing. Brian, man, if you get some baller, Brian, man, you know, come tell me, man, say, me not understand, me your brethren, and you not want to tell me who your signings are. Man, I still, me not understand. Hey, people, let me tell you, you know how I want to talk about what I want to talk about the transfers, but the clubs don't want to talk. Everybody tight-lipped. Brian, tell me some of the players that Mulline's getting in, man. Come on, man. The following players to my list, the following players to my list of invitees. Who are they, Drainy Weather? Because I have Devontae Campbell, Tyreek Zeminis, Cleo Clark, Christopher Ainsworth, Duncan McKenzie, Romario Blake, Makwan Aldred, Rodney, Jaheim Harris, McCleary, Alex Burkett. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about, people. Look at this. Trinidad scouted 500 players and could only find 14 fit enough. They are currently planning to go to the USA in April to find players, and they are confirmed players from Spain, England, and Germany. Yeah. Okay. Zeminis, Devontae Campbell, Cleo Clark, Tyrese Williams, Duncan McKenzie, Rivaldo Mitchell, Gregory Cousin, Xander Bicknell, Dujan Gavin Burton, Jerome Barkley, Roro Joseph. All right. So we have Zeminis, we have Campbell, Cleo Clark, Tyrese Williams, the Harborview player. All right. I mean, used to be at KC. I'm not sure about. I don't think Tyrese has been good this season, but let's work with Dre, Duncan McKenzie, Kenroy Campbell. Kenroy Campbell can play. You sure Kenroy Campbell can play under 20? Kenroy Campbell can play under 20. I'm sure that Kenroy Campbell passed the age still now, but Rivaldo Mitchell. You sure Rivaldo Mitchell can play under 20, Dre? Huh? Yeah, we have Whisper. We have. I mean, Whisper and Bicknell. Those guys are Gavin Burton. Yeah. No man. Christopher Pierce. Dre. See some of the names that you have. They can't play. I can tell like Christopher Pearson can't play under 20. He's over age. All right, Prince Christie. I don't know if you guys have when last you have seen Prince Christie. Prince Christie hasn't even turned up for Mount Pleasant. So Ricardo Henry. Yeah, Kenroy Campbell from Cavaliers is in his 20s. I think. I'm certain that he's in his 20s. Yeah. Pearson can't play under 20. That's what I've been told. Pearson passed the age. Whenever his birthday is, Pearson can't play under 20. but I don't know if Prince Christie, but I don't know. But I have to see some more Prince Christie, Bridget. I don't know. I mean, he's a Mount Pleasant man. I think Richard Henry can't play under 20 either, Dre. Denzel Simit can't play under 20 either, Dre. Man, them now listen to me now. All right. I, all right. So I don't know Khalif. All right. All right. So I think what you guys not understanding, right? All right. So check when is the under 20. I think if you turn 20, and that is why they would have to be 20 September. That they'd have to be 19. Once you turn 19 before September 1st, you can't qualify for, I don't know how you qualify, but maybe I'm misunderstanding the rule. If you turn 19 before September, you can't play. You have to be 19 after September. That means when you go to the World Cup and you complete the World Cup, you are 19, going to be 20. So I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it, but that is my understanding. So it is on that premise I think that Pearson is above the age. But you want me to find out? Let me find out. Because I can find out easy. Let's find out and settle this right now. All right, so just confirm. So Christopher Pearson can play, Gary Mills can play, Gregory Cousin can play, Kevin Rochester can play as well. There's so all of those players can play. Right. So Gary Mills can play. So let me give you the names. All right, so we can add it. So Gary Mills can play. Gary Mills, who used to be at Mount Pleasant, and Tajay Anderson. Tajay Anderson is a Mount Pleasant player as well. Plays, they call him Lala. He can play. Or is it Lamont? The one who played for Georges. What's his name? Rochester. And he plays for Cavaliers. He can play. So Gary Mills, Richard Henry can play. That is Edwin Allen. I think he's the top scorer in the D Cup. Christopher Pearson can play. Barkley can play from KC as well. Lamont Rochester can play. So it's a lot of players. And the youngster, Aldridge. Yeah, Aldridge's name is in there. No, all right. So if you don't know this, right? Mount Pleasant have a policy. If you leave Mount Pleasant and go and play elsewhere, you get cut. So anybody who used to leave Mount Pleasant, not at Mount Pleasant. That's my understanding. There's no player that left Mount Pleasant to play the Costa Cup that is back at Mount Pleasant. As far as I know. All right. So that's what I know. Top 10. So yes, all of those Gowie. And I all right, I'm gonna add Gowie there because I have not seen Gowie do anything in the league, or he never played schoolboy football. I have not seen yet. Ganesh, you probably see something, but I've not seen what he has done in the league yet. Somebody said Jaheim Rose. Hey, listen, this is a camp, you know. Me just tell you this, you know, because you have a lot of overseas players, you know, who come in. A lot of overseas. But top 10. If Khalifa, you can play too? yeah, ask you. Good question. Khalifa Richards, you can play too? Ask you that. Good question. You have all you like Matthew Baker. You have Juvenile Minot, Leon Juvenile Minot's son. You have a lot of players, you know. Javon did a list, you know. If he didn't do anything in the schoolboy and JPL, how can that's what I'm saying. Like Gowie has not done anything. He has not played 90 minutes. He has not and so he's been based on somebody like me. I say, explain to me, not that what have you seen why we should put Gowie in it? And I'm not saying that he's not a good player, because a youngster at Mount Pleasant, but he has not played schoolboy football. He's not a starting player for Mount Pleasant. Devontae Campbell start. Gary Mills has started. Christie has started. He has not started. He has not had 45 minutes in any game. You have Khalifa Richards. So you're playing football, or is just KC? Oh, check email. All right, let's check email. Okay. All right, all right, all right. All right. So David, is that for that is just a combination of people, right? Young and old. Yes, Khalifa. People look out on Monday for the KC player, you know, because we're gonna write down your name on the list, you know. Big up Khalifa. We're gonna write down your name on the list, you know, because if me not see a Monday, you know. If me not see a Monday, you know, brother. Not if at least on the bench, you know. We have to go get the eraser, you know. You understand me? So make sure. Yeah, just a miracle. Oh, Khalifa is too old. Oh, but I'm school man. Was he attending Mount Pleasant Academy? But him, but I'm school. Yeah, he was attending Mount Pleasant. He left Mount Pleasant to enroll at Dintil. He was going to school at Mount Pleasant so they were going to sign him to a professional contract. He chose to play schoolboy football, from what I understand. So them say, okay, you chose that, then fine, play schoolboy football. We want professionals. Yes, M2. All right, yeah, 2002. Yes, right. Uh, oh yeah, 9:36 man, 10:30 and bedtime, 10:30 and bedtime. Man, Roger Joseph, best player at Roro Joseph, best player at Excelsior. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Roro Joseph. All right. People, right now, more want to clap Alex and I. First, me ever see Alex drop a super sticker, you know. You understand me? Rain a go fall. So to check outside, look outside on the window. Rain supposed to fall, but respect to Alex. Thank you, Alex, for the super sticker. For the big super sticker. $199. Appreciate it. You understand me? Big, yeah man. Big thing. Thank you, Alex. Yeah man, but respect for the super. Yeah man, people remember that the super sticker and super chat works, you know. Question is how much has Aldrin Pearson got playing in the Prem? But they played schoolboy football. That's what we're saying. Not it, and they're going to be playing now, but they played schoolboy football. What I'm saying is that he wasn't playing schoolboy. Say, oh yeah, no, man is what a go on. Big up blue. Why man disappear and I can't understand you know. All right. All right. So let me tell you, you'd have to watch. Remember, this Rochester came from Manchester High. You have to go and watch him from those times. He also played for Cavaliers in the Premier League last season, and he played in the abruptest season for Cavaliers. And he's playing this season. He has started every game this season. Every game. Hey, you know that me a call in Rodney from Mannings in the squad there, you know. Need to play some Premier League football, and there's a centre back down there that is going over into Europe named Williams. You know, good looking youngster that can get called in. Yeah, that's something on the board. What you mean, Alex? Teach them how to do it. Management can be a starting CB for Chelsea U18's wanted to play for Jamaica forever, and he started the passport process and stopped because he was never called. Starting CB for Chelsea U18 and U17 wanted, never got called to what? The senior team or to, because if he's ready right now, you know, we can try work some magic, Me I tell you, because right now, I want to talk to the players them. You understand me? I have somebody coming on who are going to help us, because if that player is still at Chelsea, we have somebody who has been connected to Chelsea who's supposed to be joining us, who can help us with that, if that is still possible. If that is still possible. You understand me? We're not going to quarrel over spill milk. I think it's time for us to try, and whatever we can do, we just need to do it. You understand me? Jano Mills no have no sense. If that him do, you would need guidance. Yes, so they are very strict, and there are a couple others of them. Yeah, let's tell you. So what Mount Pleasant is, right? Mount Pleasant operates like, and this is the thing. This is why now a lot of people have challenges with academy, but they want academy. The academy is saying, listen, you are at the academy. We will take care of you. If you leave and you go and play schoolboy football, we don't want you in our academy, because we are running an academy. You have to give up schoolboy football and play academy football. You see the issue with the academies? So maybe we don't want no academy in Jamaica, Because if we want academies, it is to build professional players who going to play football professionally from the youth stages. You can't want to be in an academy and want to play Coles and Pepsi and Dakar Stack Up and Manning Cup. You have to make up your mind. You have to play with the academy team, because academies want you to play for their senior teams at 16 and not be playing no schoolboy football. So what do we want? Do we really want academies? Or we want players to go to school that teach them to play football predominantly? You understand? So I don't know. Yeah, man. Mills and Cousins, who is overseas at college, he left. Gabriel Masia. Understand that he's available to play as well. So that's good right there. That's yep. Yeah. Giovanni, Luke Bailey Morgan is his name, right? So Giovanni, so is he still like available? You understand? Is he still available? Because if he's still available, can he still play U20's? And let me say this, right? Because it's two things. Like, the truth is, if you want to play for Jamaica, not give up, brethren. Don't give up. Don't give up. I know it hard, and I want to talk to the youths them overseas. I know it hard. I know it discouraging. I know sometimes they sing. You understand me? But don't give up. You have to wait, because sometimes things can change. So if there's a way that we can still do this, I know someone, like I said, he's supposed to come on and talk to me today. I'm trying to get him. He said that he would come on, a former player who is over there, and he can reach out to the player and say, listen, 1, 2, 3, and if he can play U20. All right, so once he's interested, we can. So tell him not to give up, man. Like, you understand me? We can make it work. Trust me. It can help me, That's what we have to do, We have to take up some of these things in our hands and call and talk to the players. Last time I want to talk to Kidda Taylor Hart and say, Kidda Taylor Hart, don't give up. You're going to play for it. We're going to make it happen. We can make it happen, people. We can make it happen. Let us do, because we don't give up the other day and they say, don't give up, man. Let's do what we can do. So we have to go farm a little thing and we take it up on ourselves, because we can do it, We can help some of these players to process their documentation faster. We can do it. We can do it. There are honest, decent people out there that can come together and form a group and help some of these things. We can make the contacts with people here and there. And we're not doing it for the Jamaica Football Federation. We're doing it for Jamaica. We have enough players. We have the Ricardo Gardners and the Ricardo Fullers that we can call and, make contact with them and say, listen, this player interested. He wants to find out, can I help him work out this and sing in terms of his passport? We can find out. We have the Wes Morgans. We have the Dean Burtons. We have Fitzroy Simpson. We have the Joby McAnuff. We have people over there that we can talk to. So tell them, don't give up. Yeah, man, respect Blue Mountain. Listen, you talk to Bumpy for me again, no, because boy, I tell you, say, Bumpy, me don't know what go on, Blue Mountain. Yeah, man, thanks for the super sticker, bro. Always appreciate the support. Understand me? Yeah, man. I would think he's a free agent. I don't know if they're going to reintegrate him because he would have to come back in at their invitation, because that's the thing with Mount Pleasant. You never can tell, because maybe they want him back, I don't know. Understand me? Yep. Yeah. Can you link me and tell me that? Oh, yeah. So what we don't want, right, is that we scattered like everybody doing everything. So what we need to do is come together. There are enough people. You have like a Mr. Porter. I have gone through the process with players already. Well, not a lot, but I've helped in the process in the past. So I know certain things that can happen. The deed poll and all of those things. So there are things that we can do and persons we can call and say, listen, we have a 17-year-old who desires to play for Jamaica. This is what is happening. All right. Here's what, can you help them? Yeah, we have those kind of things that we can do, man. We can do that. And then we get them make them get the citizenship, get the passport. And once they have the passport, then everything done. Yeah. We can do it, man. There's enough people on the different sides. That I mean, you have persons like Simon Preston, right? You understand me? But what we don't want is, Patrick doing something, management doing something, and it's scattered. It has to be concentrated. We don't want scattershot. We want laser focus. We want laser focus. Because that's what we have to do. We have to find some of these players and say, listen, we have to encourage them and say, here's what you do. Your job is to get the passport. Get the citizenship, get the passport. Because what that will do is remove all the excuses. We will tell you where the camps are. I tell you, I will get the camp information. Me can call all my parish president, whomever me need to, get the camp, what them need to do, and stuff. Once they make the squad, now the GFF responsible for flying them, But we want at least get them into the trials. I think we, as a group, vloggers, not just me, we have like even Crystal. Crystal is in the States. She would love to be able to help with these things. That's Talawa TV. Simon, Preston, Reggae Boys Commentary have links there. I have link in places because I've done it. There are other Jamaican players in the United States and in England that if I call them, I can call them and say, well, go on and send them a message. Persons who have represented Jamaica and say, listen, I have this player in London. All right, he's in North London, wherever. If he's not London, may have somebody. If it's South London, wherever, West London, wherever, there is somebody. There you go. Claudia also have a link that we established the other day. So we have to find a way to get these players not to give up. But like I said, what we don't want is everybody call the players or try to do this. And we have to concentrate and say, listen, all right, this person seem like, for example, better Dre Anyweather talk to them. Dre Anyweather is in a better position to get it over the line. Maybe Claudia is a better person to get it out. Somebody is a better, and the person who can best get it over the line, do it. But make sense. We get up every day and complain and complain and complain and argue and say why the administration not doing this and all of those things. No, first thing we need to do is to get the players to get their relevant documentation, help them as best as possible, right? And if we need to, because listen, hey people, good news. Me have a contact at the Ministry of Sports now. You understand me? So if we need to call the Ministry of Sports and say, here is this. But listen, don't be like Alex, because Alex is a little man sometimes. I can't understand Alex, people. Alex, I'll pick up some. Alex, we get some information and I'll check it and give it to you. And basically, I tell you if you do something with the information. Alex, you have to check. You can't do that, So when I get the information, people, I have to know that the information is credible. It is what it is, because I have been told that person interested already. And all I need is a call. I'm on the phone. And the person said, no, they have never indicated any interest. This is in the recent Reggae Boy campaign. I'm on the phone and hear the person say, I have never indicated any interest in representing Jamaica. Not now. So we have to make sure that the information is accurate so we can be credible in what we're doing. Bless up, Alex. Yeah. Yeah, man. What about creating a group where we can contact people? That can be set up, you understand me? But we need to figure out who are the best, because enthusiasm is good and we must be enthusiastic about what we're doing, but we must also be smart, right? In terms of how we're doing, and smart, and be very structured, systematic in what we do, so there's no confusion. There you go. There you go. See it, all the things that we need, to help the players, we have on these forums, but we just come and cuss sometimes instead of using the resources we have to get the results that we want. So here's the thing. Do you have links with the players, or do you have information on the players? Because links with the players meaning that you can have dialogue with the players. That's what I take links as. When I say, listen, you see with me, when I tell you I have a link on players, I can call them and we talk like brethren. That is what I call links. That is what I call links. So I don't know if that's what you mean, David, but when I say that, listen, there are some former players that I can call. I mean, I can call them and say, hey, link this player. He's 18 years old, want to represent Jamaica, having some problems with this and that. And you understand me? Yeah. Okay, we use the last 3 World Cup qualification and use 16 under 20 players and 10 senior players to make up the team for the World Cup qualification. What we have to lose, I see it as a win-win. Yeah, I think that's what we were discussing earlier, Karumi, to use, I would use 15 of the senior players and, I think we counted 13 of the junior players. That's what we're trying to do. That's what we did earlier, but you're absolutely right. But we need to do it quietly in some cases because the English, yeah, man, definitely. So see, David Nicholson also said that I talked to a player today, actually, plays for Watford U18. There you go, and he's interested. So is he? You're right. So we need to know now where his documentation, the processing is. So David, yes, we have your email, right? We have like Claudia can get us directly into the embassy in England. No hesitation. So if the player needs help in that regard, send the information to me. If they need help from Pika, we can do it from out here. But in England, that can happen. If it's an invitation they need to come to the camp, tell me and I will. What do they need? And I will do what I can. And so we just work it and see what we can do to bring about the best. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that for those who are in academies, that because this player is in academy, they need formal invitation to attend the trial. So I know that most of them will not be able to make it for the 16th, so they'd have to come to the other trial. So I'm going to get the date for the other trial and find out. I'm going to that's what I want to know. I want to know how many players, who need the letters and those things, right? And then send it and what it entails. Then I will push it from there. Because here's what I figure they want to do. I think here's the truth. I think what the JFF is afraid to do is to develop the dialogue and the players believe that the JFF going to pay for the trial ticket. I think what the JFF is trying to run away from is the responsibility of paying for them to fly in for the trials. What they will do is once they make the team, they will let them fly in for training. So we have to find a way then. Can the players, that is the other thing, will their parents, will the academies release them, one, to come to a trial? That's number one. And if they are released by the academies, who will purchase the ticket? So Giovanni, find out from this player, Giovanni, all right, if they would be willing to come, because they will stay at the, listen, I'll stay in another problem. We can get them all places to stay still in Kingston. But they can stay at the Captain Horace Burrell Center. But find out from them if they would get their ticket or they would want the federation to buy the ticket, because that would be, I think, a difficulty, because I don't think the federation, no money. But if the players can find a way of getting their tickets, I don't know what the tickets are like, but I think that would be the problem. Who would pay for the ticket for them to travel to Jamaica? Yeah. So that is something that we need to figure out, right? It's the same thing. I think I kind of find it that the kids in America have an easier way of coming to Jamaica. That's what I'm realizing. So I think like those kids who are in America, find out from them, because you can get out some flights, very inexpensive flights to fly in from America. It's a little bit difficult, I think, in England, but in America. And once they want to come, I will do what I can. I don't work for the JFF, but me believe say me can try my best, and me think say me try my best. I can get them access to the trials. But we like to under promise and over deliver, because we don't like to over promise and under deliver. Yeah. So what I need is like concerning this player, who do you need to speak to? Who do they have agents, or it's to the academy that you need to send the formal invitation? And if I know that, then I'll do it. Like I said, it may not work for this camp on the 16th, because that's like next week. But we can do it for the next camp, because they're going to have a camp in April, a couple of camps in April and one in May, I think. So there's a couple of camps that are going to be happening. Yeah. So they don't have agents then. Okay, so we just need to write to the club. All right. Well, I'll find out. So once the invitation is given. The next question is, who is responsible for the kid, the child, traveling to Jamaica and leaving Jamaica back home? Who is responsible for the purchase of the ticket and the arrangements for that? I think that is going to be the biggest question, because what I know right now is if it is up to the GFF, they are not going to buy the tickets. Remember, the president did state that they are going to consider who they call if the team cannot qualify. If the team cannot qualify, as cost-cutting measure, they're going to consider who they call. So that to me sounds like, hey, if it's a pay money for a man compound trial, we're not doing that. But if the player can find a way to get to Jamaica and back home, then there's living arrangement. No, no man, no man. Or they have agent, but only the club can release him. What I'm saying, Claudia, is that the living arrangement is like where they stay would not be a problem, because there is a Captain Horace Burrell Center where the players are going to stay, and players have family and stuff. What I'm concerned about is who is going to buy the ticket, the plane ticket, who's going to pay the airfare. What I am saying is that given the words expressed by the GFF recently, I don't get the feeling like they are in a position to buy tickets for players to come to the under 20 trial. But if the player can find their way in terms of pay for their air travel, then I think we can get them into the camp. However, if they come to the trial and they say, listen, man, this player is good enough and we want them, then they will have to find the money to fly the player back to Jamaica for the official training camp with the selected squad. But for the trial thing that they're having, when they're looking at players and picking players, I think the players will have to come at their own expense. That's what I'm thinking. What say you? Yeah. So I mean, some good local names, and I mean, if we can get 11 players, I mean, we can at least if we can get we have around 20 youngsters in Jamaica. If we can find 13 out of that and 13 from overseas, that's a good 26 youth. Yo, think big. That's what I love, man. IT push, bless up in the building. The senior team need to have a trial too. I have been lobbying for this a long time. Yeah, you know what though, IT push, here's what. If we can work on getting this done, then I think it would encourage them to do a senior one. So I think this under 21, like I have been saying, if we take it up in our hands to kind of find a way of seeing that these players get the opportunity to come in, and say we are able to get 30 of them over the duration of the camps to come in, and 11 of them make the team, then here's what happened. I think that opens the door for us to now take the same approach in inviting others for the senior team heading into 2026. All right. Awesome, Claudia. If that is the case, that is awesome. Yeah. So, Claudia, let's set up a little thing, Claudia. I don't know. Maybe you can put a group, Javon and me, there is David, and see if we can. I don't know if you want to do that. but that's something that we can do and see if we can put together something, and have some dialogue as to how we're going to make some of these things work to get it done. Because these people coming on and quarreling and thing, and let us solve some of the problems. Let us solve some of the problems using the expertise we have. All right, so this is a good idea, Giovanni, but we have to take it one step at a time. Like we can't move. We just decide that we're going to work. It would be nice to try to see if we can get them come to the camp. This is what is available now. Let's not focus on one in England. We know what we know right now is that there is one in Jamaica. It would be a good idea to have one in England. We can't even get there yet. We have to work with what we know. We have to work with what we know. Because remember, sometimes it logistically it will take some time to plan, and we can't wait on that. So let's get, it will cut costs. The logistics of it may take some time to plan. So let's just right now focus on the ones that are going to be in Jamaica. If the players can get their own travel, then that's even better. There's no reason. We have with Claudia, we can work on helping them processing their documentation. They don't need a documentation. Like I said, they don't need a documentation to come to the trial. What they need, the documentation for the passport and the citizenship, is when they are going to play an official game. So at least there is some time we can use. Claudia has contacts. I have some contacts. We can use some of those contacts to get that done. But right now, let us not miss this opportunity. A camp is coming up on the 16th. Let's find out if any of them can make it. If not, let us go on and do for the next camp in April, which I think is around Easter. My name is, do we have anyone scouting the opposition, Costa Rica, Honduras, and Antigua? Yeah, man, Giovanni. Listen, Giovanni and man like Alex and Dre, any weather. And man like me. Me tell us, I'm watching, me look for the Mexico team. Well, we are not in the same zone with them. Brethren, it's not no ordinary team we're going to play. The USA team has been having what they call some US select camps. For how long now? It's not no ordinary squad. It's not no ordinary squad. Let me give you an example. You see the U20 tournament that we just went to? You know what is so funny? With the exception of USA, a lot of the other teams had their U20 players in their senior team in preparation for the U20. And so like the Panama team, if Jamaica were to play Panama, you see some of the young ladies you see playing against Jamaica in U20s, you'd see them playing for Panama. So we are way behind already, because Costa Rica and Honduras are at the back end of their preparation. We have not started yet. And we are in a nation that for one full year, there was no football because of the pandemic, while those other nations were playing football. So we have a lot of catching up to do. Yeah, Flores, that's his name. Yeah, Marcelo Flores from Arsenal is Mexico best player. Plays on the right. Yeah, man. Listen, it's the Mexico team, brother. Not easy. I know what the USA team gonna be a fantastic team. The Mexico team, I know about, you see all right. So watch this, people. You see Costa Rica. Watch Honduras. Watch Honduras, because what Honduras is doing is used, because Honduras basically cannot qualify for the World Cup like Jamaica. So part of Honduras' plan is to bring in younger players from their U20s to play in the rest of the qualifiers in preparation for the U20 tournament. Watch them. Watch them. During the trials, there should be benchmark for physical, knowledge, and attitude for each football position. These top performers in each position should be selected from the team. Yeah. IT push. So, I mean, I think you're one of the last winners of the Tricknick products, man. You need to tell us how the products are. Yeah. Oh, the Tricknick products. The people who want Tricknick stuff don't come and give any testimonies. You know, you have to give testimonies so the sponsors can know that, you know, yeah, I am sure sports is a place. Yep. Yeah. So I think though we can put together a real top team if we are strategic, if we are smart, and if we understand the dynamics of present day football. That you have to use all the talent, local and overseas, to get the best results. What are your last comments? We have around 7 minutes to go before we close this. So let me know. But like I encouraged you earlier, let's work together and see what we can do to make this better. Understand me? Let's work together to see how we can make this better. Let's stop the complaining and, fighting, and just come and work together and do what we can to bring forth the changes that we want to see. That's what we have to do. Yeah. Yeah. Say, but other countries are way ahead of us in recruiting, especially in the diaspora. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Should we be surprised if it's you in Paul Hall? I would not be surprised. I expect that there will be at least 6 U20 players. I think there are going to be at least 6 players who can play a U20 in the next squad. I think so. I think so. I think that there will be not and it will be on merit. I think when he comes to the camp, he's going to see players that he wants to work with. I kind of have a feeling like there's a willingness with Paul Hall to work with young talent. I don't know. I just think so. Yeah. Yeah. Giovanni, I really, I tell you what, I think we can qualify for the U20 World Cup if we select the right players and they play to the best of their ability. But I think it will be a struggle to make it to the Olympics. Say that because only 2 teams from CONCACAF qualify for the Olympics. Only 2. And I think right now Mexico, Canada, and the USA are way ahead of us at the U20 level, given my scouting. A long time I tell them about Omari. Listen, I respect Kiddo Taylor and I always say to people, Omari Hutchinson broke into the Arsenal team before Kiddo. Into the Arsenal seat, and Omari Hutchinson is younger than Kiddo. I'm telling you, this youth not normal. You will see Omari Hutchinson because he played pre-season for Arsenal. You're going to see him playing for Arsenal before the season ends in the Premier League. If Arsenal were in Europe, you would be seeing him playing in the Europe competition. Like this player and Kiddo are 2 players that Paul Hall should have had in the team. Yeah. Have his staff already, and do you know if they are scouting our opponents? That's the U20 coach or Paul Hall? If it's a U20 coach, I don't know. You know, I don't know if he has his staff. Yeah. Is contact made to Omari? Alex, I don't know that contact has been made, but I would think Paul Hall need to talk to him. That is my thing. I think Paul Hall need to talk to him. Kay and Edwards and Omar are very close friends also. Wow, that's good news. Yeah, the U20 team, I don't know. I'd love them bring me and stuff. Boy, I don't think they want me. I think I'm too radical. You know? I think I'm too radical. So I don't know. I don't know that they want me. But I'd love to, you know what? I'd love to be around this national under 20 team to change up some things. As I tell you, watch out for Marlon Martin. He's injured for Arnett. I don't think Arnett Gardner is winning a match this season without him. Player like him good for the national. I think a player like him is good for the U20. We did include him in the call-up squad. You understand me? So listen, Javian Brown, we did say he's a good player. He's a very good player, man. Very good player. I think the last time I got his school wrong and him vex. So I'm not about to mention him school again, because I don't want him vex again. Big up, Marlon Martin, the man from over St. Catherine. That alone, me I go say. Imagine if we can sell the vision of them 3 players together. Yeah, 3 players together. If we are lucky to hypothetically get the US in the semi with a good squad, we have a chance, man. It's not Mexico though. Well, there you go. We have to hope that we get the USA on one of our good days and one of their bad days. I'm telling you. Because they are way ahead of us in preparation and thing. You understand me? Yep. Yeah. They wouldn't wanted. Oh, they wouldn't want me to be a part of their staff. I don't think so. But Jeremy will be video analyst for the U20. Okay, Alex. It sound like you have some clout within the system. Good guy, Jerry, but how do you make that happen? Sorry, I meant to say that Edward Kiddo and Hutchinson are close friends. Edward and Hutchinson are actually related. Okay. Yeah, like I think I don't know what happened with Kiddo because he was out here and made some contact and told him that he was here. So I don't know. I don't know where the miscommunication happened, but Paul all need to talk to them youths. Paul all need to talk to these three youths. Paul all need to talk. Paul all need to bring them to Jamaica with him when he's coming. Paul all need to do that. Who have passport and who don't have no passport, bring them. Paul, Sir Hall, Sir Hall. Now go talk to somebody we talk. I'm going to send Paul all a message. Tomorrow morning, at what time now? Now it's 4:20. 4:20 in England. Tomorrow, I'm going to send Mr. Hall and Coach Hall, I'm going to send you a message. And all I'm saying is that please invite these guys to come and forward for the national team. Yeah, man, there you go. Big up IT Push. IT Push says Trick Nick jerk season, jerk marinade rub, jerk sauce, jerk barbecue sauce, hot pepper sauce. That's what the man get, man. Spice, curry paste are all delicious. Yeah, we could use players like Anthony and Bailey to recruit these. I don't think we need to. I just think Paul Hall need to go and talk to Kiddo. And I'm very sure Kiddo, like, I don't think we need to go, for some of these players, we don't need no Bailey or no Antonio, although it would help. I think if Paul Hall goes to him and say, listen, we're interested in you representing Jamaica, I think they would gladly come. Gladly. Yeah, the US, the benchmark of the region, selected a head coach and he selected a first and second assistant and a goalkeeper. What do we have? Just a head coach so close to the tournament. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if there are more persons on the coaching staff. I could check and find that out and let you all know, but I don't know and I don't like to speak on things that I'm not sure of. All right. So yeah. But people, we have come to the end of the show because we have some big things planned for tomorrow. Yes, on Friday. So we're going to be running out of here in a few seconds. But thank you so much. David, Giovanni, Alex, Boss, Thomas, Dre, Any, Weather, Claudia. Big up Javian Brown, Khalifa Richards, who was here earlier with us. King Jav, yeah man, bless up. Mannings, man, for real. IT Push, bless up. Thanks to all of you. Patrick Riley, you don't know. Fresh God, you don't know. Yeah, man, all the top 10. Much respect as well. Brian, the Mullines manager, big man in the building. Yeah, bless up as well. Everybody else, Joel James, who was here early, bless up yourself as well. And everybody else, some of you may not have made a comment, you just listened. We appreciate that as well. Romario Lawrence, always the boy. Hyatt, I'm supposed to call you, Mr. Clark was here as well from down by Carvel. Bless up. Yeah, man. Ganesh, always the boy. Chris Roman, always appreciate your comments after the videos are done, Always read them and provide a lot of insight. So much respect. Yeah, man. And everybody, one and all, wow, IT Push. Yeah, man. Happy birthday when it comes, man. Happy birthday, bro. Have a wonderful birthday. Wonderful birthday. You understand me? Make sure you steam up some goopa. Although goopa na the Jamaica, you have a day in the Broward County and go down to the places to go buy some fish and them thing there, You see me? Goopa. You need some goopa. We never see Gupa Jamaica yet in IT Push. And if you get some Gupa, yeah, man, steam up some Gupa. Nice, yeah. You see me? And then you just box down some beetroot juice with that for your birthday, man, done. You see me? The real thing that. Yeah, understand. All right, so bless up one and all. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. Until we meet tomorrow. I am Mannings Man, and you have watched another episode of I Am Sure Sports. And And it's always my pleasure to spend time talking with you. So please. Oh, maybe you can find Goop over there in IT. Check out the Goop over there. Goop has some nice, yeah man, nice. See, we can get some Goop in Trinidad, yeah. My pleasure to be with you. As usual, I ask you, before you leave, make sure you hit the like button. If you have not subscribe to the platform. Here's what you can do. Listen, we're putting out good content, and sometimes you can help with that. You can get one other person to subscribe. It makes a little difference. Check somebody in your house, maybe a sister, a brother, a cousin. Just tell them, say, hey, hit the subscribe button so they can be a subscriber to the platform. So have a blessed night and stay safe until we meet again. I'm Management, and we are out.